How's it going, everyone? Wade for the Kingdom Report, back with you once again, covering all the latest Disney news from coast to coast, starting today at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, West Coast style. The Orange County Register is reporting the following, saying that it's been at least 2 years since Disneyland visitors have been able to hug Winnie the Pooh, high-five Chip and Dale, or strike a royal pose with Cinderella as Disney characters continue to maintain a safe physical distance amid the COVID-19 pandemic. But that could change at the Anaheim theme park as Disneyland Paris and the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser Hotel at Walt Disney World have begun allowing up-close interactions between characters and visitors. Disneyland, Disney World, and other Disney theme parks around the world have used socially distanced selfie spots to keep characters and visitors at least 6 feet apart since reopening after extended coronavirus closures. Disney parks also used playful character sightings in out-of-the-way locations to keep even more distance between fans and characters. COVID-19 health and safety protocols no longer require Disneyland Paris visitors to maintain 6 feet of physical distance from Disney characters, according to DLP report. Social media posts show Disneyland Paris visitors once again hugging Goofy, Donald Duck, and Winnie the Pooh. The official Disneyland Paris website still says close character interactions, including hugs, remain temporarily suspended, and traditional character meet and greet photo ops remain temporarily unavailable. Face mask requirements were lifted at Disneyland Paris last week, and Disneyland Paris visitors still need to present proof of full vaccination status to enter the Disney theme parks in France. The new Galactic Starcruiser Hotel next to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios opened on March 1st with up-close character interactions. Passengers on board the Halcyon, the space cruise ship at the heart of the 3-day, 2-night immersive storytelling experience, have been interacting with 15 Star Wars characters without maintaining 6 feet of physical distance. Visitors to Disney World's 4 theme parks are still not allowed to get within 6 feet of Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars characters for photographs, autographs, high fives, or hugs. When will up-close character meet and greet photo ops return to Disneyland? Physically distanced character interactions are not changing right now at the Disneyland Resort and are unlikely to happen anytime soon. Each Disney theme park location around the world has its own set of COVID-19 health and safety protocols based on local government mandates. Character meet and greets at Disneyland and DCA continue to remain temporarily unavailable according to Disneyland's website. However, character interaction locations like Fantasy Fair Royal Hall, where you meet the Disney princesses, and Pixie Hollow, where you meet Tinkerbell, remain closed. Mickey and Minnie's houses have been closed for character meet and greets and are expected to remain shuttered until 2023 as Mickey's Toontown undergoes a major renovation. Mickey's house has been used as a $350 private party location during the past few months. Disneyland and California Adventure lifted face mask requirements in mid-February. Disneyland encourages visitors to get vaccinated but does not require proof of full vaccination status to enter its Anaheim theme parks. Disneyland Resort President Ken Potrock said during a recent interview that bringing back traditional character interactions remains a major milestone, saying, quote, "We're optimistic that the character experience is going to get back to a new normal," Potrock said in late February. "Many of the things that we did with the characters, standing behind you and social distancing, a lot of that worked, but that's not the only way we want to have people interact with characters. That will be a big milestone change as we go forward," close quote. Once again, our many thanks to the Orange County Register for that story on character meet and greets inching ever so closer to returning. Are you looking forward to seeing some characters once again that you can hug up close and personal? Has it just not been the same since you haven't been able to give Mickey an embrace? We know how important that is to many people that visit the Disney theme parks, and certainly as we are starting to see more images come from Disneyland Paris and other places like Walt Disney World's Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser, where characters are face-to-face now, it's just a matter of time, no doubt, before we see Mickey and the gang hugging and embracing us once again. Let us know if you are somebody who is looking forward to seeing all these characters back in action, reaching out, giving us a hug, high-fiving, and even writing an autograph. We would love to hear from you. And from WGN, they report that Minnie Mouse has taken over one of Mickey Mouse's iconic spots at Disneyland. For the first time since the theme park opened in 1955, Minnie's face is greeting visitors on the hillside just inside the park entrance near the Main Street USA Disneyland Railroad Station. Disneyland made the historic change to honor Women's History Month throughout March. The park's horticulture team transformed a floral display of Mickey Mouse's face into Minnie's, complete with her iconic eyelashes and bow. The team used 1,750 individual plants for the floral design and used 750 individual plants known as Nemesia in her bow. Horticulture specialist Stacy Wise leads the design team and thinks it's amazing Disneyland is featuring Minnie Mouse for Women's History Month. She said Minnie Mouse is just as iconic as Mickey Mouse and needs a little FaceTime. Once again, thanks to WGN for those words. And from Reuters comes the following. They report that Walt Disney Company Chief Executive Bob Chapek said on Monday in response to calls that the company take a public stand against a Florida bill that would prohibit classroom discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity that Disney stories, quote, are our corporate statements in support of a diverse, inclusive world. In a memo to Disney staff, Chapek wrote that he met Friday with a group of Disney's LGBTQ plus leaders to discuss the legislation and its potential impact on their communities. He expressed the leadership team's support for Disney's employees and their families and the company's commitment to inclusion, though Disney would not issue a statement, saying, quote, as we have seen time and again, corporate statements do very little to change outcomes or minds, Chapek wrote. Instead, they are often weaponized by one side or the other to further divide and inflame. Simply put, they can be counterproductive and undermine more effective ways to achieve change, close quote. Disney's Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida is the company's largest theme park property. Its sprawling businesses also include movie studios, broadcast and cable television networks, streaming services, cruise lines, and retail products. Florida's House of Representatives approved a Republican-backed bill last month that Democrats denounced as being anti-LGBTQ. The legislation, referred to by opponents as the Don't Say Gay bill, has stirred national controversy as the debate over what schools should teach about race and gender has grown increasingly partisan. Critics, including Abigail Disney, the granddaughter of company co-founder Roy O. Disney, tweeted Sunday that she is, quote, deeply angered by Disney thinking it can look the other way for this hateful Don't Say Gay bill, close quote. She also took issue with Disney's political contributions to the legislators who drafted the bill. Chapek wrote that Disney has not made political contributions based on this issue and has supported Republican and Democratic legislators who have taken positions on both sides of the measure. He said the company's new Chief Corporate Affairs Officer, Jeff Morrill, will reassess the company's advocacy strategies, including political giving. Once again, thank you for these words from Reuters. And finally, from TheStreet.com, they write that EPCOT builds its year-round festivals. The Food and Wine Festival may be the most famous, but the International Flower and Garden Festival, which began in March and runs through July the 4th, follows a close second, though some people might also prefer the Holiday Festival even over that. But both Food and Wine and Flower and Garden have signature live music series featuring nationally known acts. The Eat to the Beat and Garden Rocks series, respectively. Eat to the Beat was canceled in 2021 and instead replaced by lesser-known local acts, and there was still music, but it wasn't free concerts by famous bands and musicians. This year, however, for the International Flower and Garden Festival, EPCOT has brought back Garden Rocks. It's not quite returning to its full pre-pandemic glory, but it is close. Quote, live musical performances at the American Gardens Theater are making their much-anticipated encore featuring internationally recognized artists Friday through Monday and local bands rocking the house Tuesday through Thursday, close quote. That came from a Disney-posted press release. National acts performing include Kool and the Gang, Rick Springfield, the Pointer Sisters, Little River Band, Starship, CeCe Winans, and Blue October. That's not exactly Taylor Swift, Billy Joel, and Bruce Springsteen, but it's in line with what was offered before the pandemic. Disney World vacations cost thousands of dollars. A family of four might spend close to $2,000 just for tickets, which makes perceived value very important. Flower and Garden adds value to visiting EPCOT, and having world-class music for free might be the difference between someone booking a vacation or opting to wait. The pandemic hit the Disney theme parks hard, but the segment has been recovering, according to remarks from Disney CEO Bob Chapek during the company's first quarter earnings call, saying, quote, "Over the last several years, we've transformed the guest experience by investing in new storytelling and groundbreaking technology, and the records at our domestic parks are the direct result of this investment," he said. From new franchise-based lands and attractions to craveable food and beverage offerings to must-have character merchandise, there is more great Disney storytelling infused into every aspect of a visit to our parks than ever before, he said. At the same time, we've given guests new tools to personalize their visits and spend less time in line and more time having fun, close quote. Garden Rocks at Epcot may seem like a small thing compared to the overall Disney theme park experience, but people want their vacation to be normal. Chapek said he expects a return to normal and stronger financial results, saying, quote, "As we return to a more normalized environment, we look forward to more fully capitalizing on the extraordinary demand for our parks, along with the already realized yield benefits that took shape this quarter," he said. Once again, thanks to TheStreet.com for those words. Are you somebody that is heading on out to the International Flower and Garden Festival? Will you be rocking out to the garden itself? Will you be hanging out for any of these acts? Let us know in the comments. As always, we look forward to hearing your perspective. And if any of the news stories that we covered here today tickle your fancy and you feel like sounding off, the comment section is the best place to do it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so and hit that thumbs up button. It means an awful lot. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. We'll see you next time for another installment of the Disney News Update.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.